4th down. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Back to throw. Tannehill flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. A toss left. Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Point after up and go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. This is James Robinson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Chark. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. Gets this to Firkser, the tight end. And he will have a Titans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. After the penalty, it's Henry. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're in the middle part of the season where each week starts to become a little more important, and especially this, Charles, being a division matchup.
Yeah, you haven't fired the starter's pistol or rang the bell lap like they do in track and field for the sprint to the finish, but you're starting to eye it, aren't you? You got to pile up those wins, put them in the left-hand column, not the L's in the right-hand column.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Play action. It's Lawrence. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Gay's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On second down, here's Henry. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on third down. Tannehill. And caught by Henry. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Tannehill on first down. He completes it to Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. From the 45 on second down, Tannehill. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
First down.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. They'll run on first down. It's Robinson, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And Monty Rice there on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action now. Lawrence, he'll buy some time right. Right there, Shenault for the Jacksonville touchdown. Laviska Shenault, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Tannehill on 3rd down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that. What are you doing?
On play action, Lawrence. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. They go play action with Lawrence. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there. And he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That's sacked by the DN, Denico Autry.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now a 3-point swing right there.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that's going to tie us at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last
touchdown Titans. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And a nice call and really good execution there because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps, you know. You don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on it. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Lawrence will throw. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Lawrence. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings,
touchdown! It's complete. James Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. Man open, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 22. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Tannehill. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, it's Henry. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. They'll try the right side with Henry, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is indeed good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too patient. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Throwing after the interception, Lawrence. He'll have a first down past the 40. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed. Lock.